This is from Ted Nivison. I live like a morning routine influencer for 1 week. You'll see when I come up in the video in a minute, but I already have a morning routine. It's just a little bit more adjusted to normal time, but my morning routine doesn't start at 6 a.m. or 4 a.m., but it starts at 6 a.m.
I do have to get my cardio in, so I think it's time for me to take a little visit to the most Ashton Hall adjacent content creator I know. Hasan.
Hasan Piker, internet streamer, political commentator, filthy commie, but most importantly, the guy I occasionally meet up with to play basketball. Hasan is an enigma in my view. He manages to work out every day. And one of my greatest struggles on playing with him more frequently is that he plays so goddamn early in the morning. So needless to say, he was excited I was awake this time.
Shall we ball?
We got to ball at least 10,000.
Okay, that's...
I'm so excited.
You're really excited about this because you're going to be like, oh, I'm going to school Ted basketball. I'm excited about this because I'm going to be able to get video footage of Hasan bitching for about 30 to 40 minutes.
Oh, that was my arm. That hit me so hard.
I hadn't played in a while, so this went really, really badly for me. I was exhausted the whole time since basketball is mostly running, but I did get a good pass in.
Yes!
And I did manage to make one basket, and damn.
Off of Chris. Oh my God. Off of Chris too. Hey, yo. God damn. Chris is a baller too. Be real. Do you text like that? No, those text messages are real. Literally. Those text messages are all real. That's not fake. And yes, I do complain a lot. I haven't watched this yet. I know I was in the thing. I know I was in the, let me see. Where is it? Like if I'm looking at our back and forth and it's mostly just like, it's ball today, ball, basketball emoji.
Did I look good? Unfortunately, my team lost to Hasan's team.
Ted not watch the content nuke? Is he stupid? Good one. Yeah, why is Ted hanging out with this who has, since the context nuke, been featured in New York Times, CNN, MSNBC, NBC, ABC, CBS, the Politics Institute at the University of Chicago, and virtually every other international outlet. What? You paid for it. Yeah, that's so funny. Vulture 2 recently. Yeah, I haven't even gotten to New Yorker. I haven't even gotten to the Vulture article, which from what I understand, Ethan Klein is suggesting I paid for, which is hilarious. I don't think that's how it works, first of all. I don't think you can get these outlets to like write articles about you. You could hire a PR firm to get good media coverage, except if you know anything about me, you know I do not even have a assistant, let alone a publicist. So Vulture was a bit of a puff piece. Yeah, of course. These guys write puff pieces. I don't know if you know this, but there are a lot of journalists in this chat, okay? Like the Kleins are rumored to be worth like 10x what Hasan is. If good press can be so easily bought, why is it that only positive articles written about H3 from some Israeli PR firm posting AI generated slop on Medium? Lol, this is getting pathetic. People don't like you, bro. You can't buy your way out of that. This is the funniest thing though, to be like, people don't like you, bro. I'm pretty sure people like me, man. I don't know. My manager just texted me and said, "You do have a publicist, bro." And then he said it's his name. Yeah, that's my publicist, my manager. I mean, unironically, he does handle all the inbound requests coming from media. It's been a hectic year for Hasan Piker. On top of broadcasting the slow death of liberalism nearly every day out of his home in West Hollywood, 33-year-old socialist streamer has left his desk to appear at Bernie Sanders' Fighting Oligarchy tour, kneecaps Coachella performance, the Palestine rally in D.C., an interview with New York City mayoral candidate Zohran Mamdani, and most recently, the ICE protests in Los Angeles, taking his massive Twitch audience along for the ride. Once widely known as Woke Bay for his sharp yet horny daily broadcast, Piker, who was raised in Turkey, has recently amassed enough respect to ignite feverish debates on whether he can be the long-awaited Joe Rogan of the left. As legacy media hemorrhages his youth audience, Piker's viewers turn to him to explain the news and analyze often unprecedented moments in global history. Piker sees the current political moment in stark terms, and his recent output suggests he's operating with a new sense of determination. Liberalism is failing, fascism is rising through the ashes, and God forbid the alternative. Any sort of socialist thought is terrifying for the masses to actually develop any kind of allegiance to, he said, when we spoke on the phone earlier this year. But after years spent amassing a devoted audience as his profile has grown, so has the target on his back. In the last month alone, he has had his Twitch channel suspended, been detained by Customs and Border Protection, and gotten caught up in a tortuous feud with frenemy Ethan Klein. Ethan Klein mentioned, there you go. Ethan, his Twitch stream, however, to which he still devotes hours a day, remains his primary focus. While his work has resulted in a good deal of notoriety, the job itself can be unglamorous and painstaking. Before logging on, Piker says he spends his mornings perusing every corner of the media before setting an agenda that he'll post to his social media channels. The lineup for a recent broadcast: New Pope, Trump drama with Israel, Rameza Öztürk free, I am still suck in France. Bikers is a new version of leftist news broadcaster. Liberal media, MSNBC, Bill Maher, Pod Save America is making a very cold, calculated decision to demonstrate loyalty to liberalism at a time when it's very clearly failing ideologically. Everything's fine. Plug your eyes. Keep the ideological zealotry going. They've given up, he says. What he delivers is clearly finding an audience with a young, eager, very online audience. There's a structural hurdle that they cannot clear. They cannot turn around and get people to go back on TV. When you look at the audience numbers for 18 to 35 or even under 50, and this even includes Fox News, it's gone. I, on my own, as a singular content creator from my living room, reach a larger audience of 18 to 35-year-olds than numerous TV channels combined. That's crazy. Outside of his own show, Piker frequently appears on other podcasts and live streams. After watching him play Assassin's Creed, talk about Vinland Saga, work out with Dr. Mike Israel, or pal around with fellow streamers Maya Higa and Valkyrie elsewhere on the internet, people might tune in to hear Piker make a case for a political figure that includes Medicare for all, political future, Palestinian freedom, and transgender rights. Where did these disparate interests all come from? Piker described the influences that shape his Twitch broadcast. Mainstream media. My media diet consists of everything. I pride myself on looking at everything all the way down to a hyper niche subset of an online movement, while also consuming more Fox News than your grandfather. My mornings consist of listening to NPR and the New York Times to get a good grasp of everything that's going on. I probably watch a lot more right-wing commentary now because I'm trying to figure out exactly what Republicans are saying and doing, what they're focusing on, and then also trying to figure out ways of dismantling these arguments that they put forward, or see what kind of misinformation campaigns they're running nowadays. Democracy Now! With Amy Goodman, The Daily Show with Jon Stewart. Amy Goodman has been very influential for me. I don't even know when I started watching Democracy Now!, to be honest, but I think it was during college, 2009 or so. I can't point to a single event, but broadly during the war in Iraq, The Daily Show was basically one of the only voices out there that was genuinely critical of both parties, so that definitely influenced my commentary. I wouldn't say Jon Stewart influenced me ideologically. I already had this opinion. Growing up on that side of the world, I already felt what America was doing was wrong, but seeing someone tackle it in an entertaining and palatable manner and give it to both sides was very influential for me. Ironically, I filled that void for many of my international fans who were like, is there an American out there that's criticizing a lot of the stuff that America's doing around the globe? The way Amy Goodman and Jon Stewart actually filled it for me. Someone recently asked me what unlocked their social consciousness. Growing up in Turkey, I only saw black culture as fascinating commodity to consume. If you're coming from a country where there's not a lot of black people, your introduction to American culture is simply black culture, and everyone is fascinated with that. And for me, it was Aaron McGruder's The Boondocks that was influential in my understanding of black revolutionary history or issues that pertain to black and brown communities. The Boondocks predicted thing is actually kind of annoying because they're not predicting anything. They were leftists. That's it. The people who were making it at the time had a closeness to historical materialism. It's not prophecy. It's just looking at the way things are and interpreting them correctly rather than engaging in silly liberal good bad dynamics. That's mostly the reason why the Boondocks and old Simpsons come across as brilliant and prophetic. By the way, I'm kind of spitting, like, you know, not to self-glaze, playing video games. I think gaming is a very good way to approach a broader audience, and I see people and have people see me engage in something that they are also interested in. Charitability is the most important thing for my commentary because for a lot of people, they're hearing the way I view the world for the first time ever. So I need that, and I think gaming plays a big role in that. I get to be able to share something that I love and something that I enjoy with my audience, and I try to be as entertaining as possible in that process. Shut the fuck up, everyone complaining that I'm not playing games. Video games also play an important role in preserving my mental sanity, but there are some rage-inducing games that I have to quit after a while, despite of how addicted I get to them, because they have a negative impact on my mental health, like Valorant. I love Disco Elysium. It has something for every flavor of anti-capitalism. It was not a very good stream game, unfortunately. I think the YouTube video afterwards did well, but during the stream, people were getting kind of bored because it's like a novel. This was such a long time ago, but I think they just asked me like what my media influences are from like each specific subsect.